Hello YouTube, I am back with another Tea Time with Waverly. I am still drinking pomegranate oolong from Trader Joe's. If you watch my lip ring video, I'm drinking the same tea as then because I'm just trying to knock out as many videos as I can while I have it all set up and while I have my last probably less than an hour of daylight here. I've been putting off making a sit-down talking video for a while, ever since I moved actually, because I'm lazy, I have a lot of schoolwork to do. I always manage to come up with an excuse, whether it be the light because it gets dark at about 5:30. Yeah, like it starts getting dark at 4, but by 5:30 it's pitch black out. But I am trying to get the best lighting that I can in my room. The window right there, and the light right here. I'm on my bed, being cozy. I'm assuming you're probably on your bed being cozy too, so let's be cozy together. And I finally just decided to film it. What motivated me was I got my brows done. And if you've seen my videos, you know that I rarely ever wear makeup and I never do my brows. But today I was walking in the park being kind of mopey because I think I failed my test. This random guy approached me and was like, "I need a model, my model canceled. Can you be my model so I can do like your eyebrows for an interview?" And I was like, whoa, is this like the new kidnapping technique? Instead of, "Hey, I've got some free candy," you're saying, "Hey, I've got some free eyebrows." But it ended up being legit. I did not get kidnapped and I got my brows done for free. So now I'm filming this. Let's get to it. This is just a life update with what's going on. I don't know if any of you care, but whenever I am watching a YouTube channel and I notice that the YouTuber is like moving all over the place or going to school or working, I'm always confused. I want to know what's going on with your life because I find it interesting. So just in case any of you are interested in that, or in the future maybe someone will be interested in this, or maybe it's just for myself to document this so I can look back and laugh at myself maybe. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing with my life right now. So get cozy, get some tea, and kick back and relax and listen to me blabber. So I recently graduated high school in May of 2018. The day I am currently filming this on November 8th of 2018 for clarification. A while ago I visited my brother in Cambridge, England, where he's doing his postdoctorate. You can see that video. I put it up. Cambridge was such a gorgeous school, and I was thinking, I want to go to school in a castle. So I started researching schools in English-speaking countries that looked like castles. And I discovered Trinity. It had the perfect degree for me, computer science and language. And it was cheaper than a lot of American schools. And yeah, my favorite book series is also placed in Ireland, so I've always had a fondness for this country. So I applied and huzzah, I got in. And I accepted the offer and I moved here on August 21st. I intended to film the whole process of me moving, me flying and setting up the dorm and whatnot, but it ended up being a really much more emotional process than I anticipated. I have never moved before. I have lived in the exact same house, in the exact same city, all of my life. And I didn't just take baby steps out of the nest. I kind of just full on jumped out. It was very, very rough. There were a lot of tears. I had to leave behind everything I knew and loved. I left behind very close friends who I could never replace. I left behind my boyfriend. I left behind my cat. I miss her. I left behind my family. I left behind my job. I don't know, it was intense. Furthermore, I was on the plane by myself since my parents came with me to help me set everything up. But for some complicated reason, we couldn't have the same flight, so I had to fly by myself. I don't know, I was just crying probably nonstop for about 48 hours. And I cried every night for about a week, and I didn't really want to record that because I didn't want to lie to the camera, but I also didn't want to remember that pain. Moving is hard. Some people that I've met here it was just a breeze for them. Not for me, because I love my friends and I don't want to lose them. One of the scariest things things to me is that talking to a lot of older people in their 30s, I asked them about high school, and I asked them about their friends from high school, and they're in contact with maybe one of them. But I have so many friends from high school that I don't want to lose contact with, and so I'm struggling to maintain all of those friendships. It's very difficult, especially since the friends I make here are wonderful. I wouldn't get rid of the friends I've made here for anything. But friends don't replace friends. Everyone's different, everyone's unique. Even if people are similar, you can't replace the people that you left behind. You can only make new bonds. And making friends is difficult. The first few weeks were exhausting because we were all starting fresh. We all were moving here. Most of us were moving here because the dorm I'm staying in is mostly international students. And so we were all just having to do the same icebreakers over and over again. And it took a long time to become comfortable with people the same way you're comfortable with them back home. Because I didn't have anyone here. It's rough. And that makes me even more scared for the future, because when I don't have this dorm that forced us to communicate and make friends, I feel like it's going to be way more difficult to make friends as you get older. You have your job, but I don't know. It seems difficult. And with technology, we can keep in touch with a lot of people that we're leaving behind. But it's still not the same. Like, I can FaceTime my friends, but then it feels like I'm transported back home for an hour or however long the call is, and then I come back here and it feels like a dream. That's something that has been hard to get through. It feels like I have two different lives. I have a life here and I have a life back home as well. And while I'm here, my life back home feels like a dream that I made up. But when I visited my brother in Cambridge again for the break, it felt like my life in Dublin was the dream that I made up. It doesn't feel like I can have both. It's very confusing. It's very hard for me to adjust to. But I am doing good. The school system here is very bizarre. Well, not bizarre, but bizarre for me, coming from America. I'm not a big fan of the grading, so I don't think I'm gonna remain here for all 4 years, primarily because of student loans and the grading. I had enough saved up for this 1 year, but next year I'll have to take out loans, and I really don't like feeling trapped, and I don't want that pressure when I do have the option to go to school for much cheaper back home. And then for my major, if I do fail a class, I'll have to retake every single class. Even if I pass all the other classes, I'll still have to retake the entire year, because it's a specific pathway. You take these classes this year, these classes next year, and so forth. You can't withdraw from classes. You can't choose your classes. And I did dual enrollment back home, so I'd been to university before, and I was used to the American system of university where you pick your classes, you can withdraw from them, etc. So I love Dublin, and I love my friends here, but I don't think I'm going to stay here all 4 years. I'm going to transfer to either a cheaper school or go back home. I kind of want to pursue tattooing as a career. Not sure yet. It's kind of scary to put this out there just in case I don't pursue it. It's nothing official, it's just a hazy dream in my mind because I love tattoos. And I love art. And I'm gonna have to wrap this up because my camera's dying. Thank you for watching this. As of today, I go home in 38 days. Very exciting. I only have 3 weeks left of classes and then 2 weeks for exams, and then I'm home. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about Trinity College Dublin, which is where I'm going, I'll probably make a video about that. I did make a video of a week in my life, the first week of classes. It was stressful. But yeah, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. It wouldn't kill ya. Toodaloo.